Welcome to the Mathematics Homework Help webinar for parents. This is presented by the Special Education Department. My name is Sean Healy. I'm a lead teacher with the Special Education Department. I go to different schools helping teachers, parents, and students in math. I've been teaching mathematics for more than 16 years. We first want to share some homework routine tips for you. Establish a regular routine for homework time. Routines help students know what to expect, what needs to be done each day, and how to achieve their goals. As students mature, give them more ownership over completing the routine. Build breaks and rewards into the routine to help students when they struggle or lose motivation. Breaks and rewards can be more or less frequent based on the needs of the child. Give your child a snack and at least a little amount of time to wind down after school before they start their homework. Consider allowing them a little exercise before homework time and during breaks to help activate the mind and refresh a tired body. Limit or eliminate TV, phone, and non-school computer time before completing the homework routine. Consider allowing students time on these devices as a reward after homework time is totally complete. Organize a workspace where all necessary materials and resources for homework are easily accessible. And limit distractions during the homework routine, such as TV, loud music, and lots of interruptions. Make sure your child is keeping a homework planner or assignment notebook where all homework assignments are recorded, so that there is no confusion about what is due or where the assignments can be found. Communicate with your child's teacher about specific ways to help your child. There may be individual activities or individual skills that the teacher recommends you work on. Review all assignments first to make sure your child understands what is expected of them and to establish in what order the assignments will be completed. Be a motivator and stress reducer when your child is completing homework. Many children and many adults experience a lot of anxiety related to mathematics. We want to try to reduce that anxiety when we're helping our children with their homework, and I'll speak more later in the presentation about ways to reduce math anxiety. Help your child where necessary, but do not complete any work for them. Read all directions for each of your child's assignments, and ask your child questions about their assignments to show your interest and check their understanding, especially as they get older and they take more ownership of the homework routine. Here we can see one example of a homework routine. If your child arrives home from school at 3:15, you want to give them a little bit of a break, maybe a healthy snack, maybe let them exercise a little bit and run around before you start the homework. If you see here in the example, maybe you start the homework at about 3:30. And my suggestion is to start with the easiest, most enjoyable activities first. Let your children have some success, feel good about themselves, accomplish something before you tackle the more difficult, less enjoyable activities. I also suggest homework time in about 20-minute, half an hour intervals. After about 20 minutes, half an hour, a lot of students lose their energy, their focus, so you want to take a break after about 20 minutes. So if you see here, from 3:50 to 3:55, we have our first break. This should not be time on the phone or time watching TV. Maybe you have another snack, maybe you walk around a little bit, maybe you exercise a little, maybe you have a conversation about something unrelated to school. But you're just taking a little break before getting right back into the homework. At about 3:55, we now start our toughest, least enjoyable activity. So this is going to be your most difficult time, probably the most stressful time. You want to save the toughest activity for this period of time because they've already accomplished something, but you don't want to save it for the very end when they don't have any more energy. After they finish this toughest activity, I suggest giving the students some kind of reward and definitely another break right here. The reward can take many different forms. Some students enjoy stickers or some other little note that they've done a good job. Other children might want to earn more time on the phone or computer or doing some other favorite activity for after the homework is done, after all the homework is done. And finally, if you need a little bit more time, we have our last 20-minute interval from 4:20 to 4:40, where you're finishing up the last little bit of homework. Again, this should not be the toughest, least enjoyable activity. If you save that for the end, now students are tired, they're ready to be done, and it'll be very, very difficult if you save the toughest thing for last. And finally, after they're all finished, we want to give them another reward to recognize how hard they're working. They've just finished a full day of school, and now they've finished all their homework, so we want to recognize that accomplishment. Here are some strategies specific to mathematics that you can use to help your child's ability and confidence at home. Think of learning math in the same way as learning a language. The more students utilize their math skills and vocabulary, the more confident and capable they will be. Many of us, though, don't talk math in our daily lives. So you really have to make a conscious effort to make math discovery, practice, and conversation a daily part of life. Students benefit from discovering math in the real world and how it's related to things they enjoy or their normal daily lives. They also benefit from seeing you engage with mathematics. Some examples include counting items at the grocery store or at home or the stairs in your building, identifying shapes in the real world. A really important one for all children is discovering and discussing how math is used in their favorite activity. You can find math in different sports, in music, in video games. Almost any activity can be connected to mathematics, and we want to connect math to what our children really, really enjoy. You may also discuss the probability when playing a game with dice, play a fun math game together as a family, or make songs using math vocabulary. Another very important aspect of us helping our children is to reduce anxiety and encourage confidence and enjoyment. Many people, including very, very smart adults, experience a great deal of math anxiety when faced with a new problem. But being fearful or stressed about math hurts a person's ability to learn and be successful. So here are a few tips for reducing math anxiety. Encourage students to value a mistake. Making mistakes and getting problems wrong are an essential part of learning math. Rather than getting upset, angry, or disappointed at a mistake, say, "Yes! We have learned a way that does not work to solve this problem. Now we get to try a different way." Students need to understand that making mistakes is an essential part of learning math. Reassure students that they are not alone when they don't understand the math concept. Students often feel isolated and embarrassed when they don't understand something. When people they respect, such as yourself, share their struggles, it reduces the anxiety and encourages hope that they will be able to understand eventually. Having said that, don't hate math in front of your child. Many adults have anxiety related to mathematics or may have a dislike for the subject. But if you hate math in front of your child may adopt the same attitude and never give themselves a chance to have success and enjoy the subject. Finally, practice, practice, practice the basics. Math learning builds upon itself. If a student cannot add well, multiplication will be very difficult. If a student cannot multiply well, division, fractions, and algebra will be very confusing. A strong foundation in the basic skills will promote greater success and confidence. Here are just some final tips. As we mentioned before, start by acknowledging that not understanding math can be very stressful. Ask your child to show you an example. If your child can't find an example, try typing one of the homework problems into an internet search. There are a lot of great resources on the internet, videos and other things that will walk you through step by step how to solve a problem. Once you've found a sample problem, ask how the teacher said to do the problems. And then use the sample problem to figure out the process to solve the problem. An important note here, make a note of each step your child does to solve a problem. Even if they don't get the final answer, your child can bring the steps into school, show the teacher what they did, hopefully get credit for what their hard work, and then also the teacher can show them exactly where their misunderstanding is so that you and your child can understand the correct way to solve the problem. And finally, we've included some resources here for you. The Jersey City Board of Ed website at jcboe.org has a lot of great resources, some other links that we think were very helpful. And then just one example of a homework help website online is the scholastic.com site for parents I've shared here. That will have a variety of different links, very specific to what they need to hopefully answer their questions. Thank you very much for your time and attention, and enjoy your day.